start again.
Hi guys, you're welcome back to our channel. Today, guess what we are going to be making? Jollof rice! You guys, we're going to be making jollof rice from the scratch, step by step. I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious, the best party jollof, smoky party jollof rice that you'll be eating and be asking for more. I'm going to be showing you how to make this in bulk for at least 10 to 20 people, okay, with the right measurements and the ingredients as well. Okay, are you ready? Because I am ready. Let's get started. So we're going to be starting with the chicken. You're going to get your chicken parts, okay? This is about 2 kilos of chicken, okay, any parts that you prefer. And we're going to boil this chicken very shortly. And by the way, guys, let's settle this once and for all. Chicken wings versus chicken thighs, drumstick. Which one do you prefer? Please drop your answer in the comment section. Now we are going to season our chicken with your salt, with your seasoning powder. And of course, you can use any seasoning powder of choice, but I usually use chicken flavor and no cubes as well. Now we are going to add some curry, the husband of curry, which is thyme. Okay, we're also going to be adding some onions and some ginger and garlic paste. Okay, so I already have this in my fridge. It's just to blend your ginger and your garlic together and then store in your fridge. So I'm going to add this as a paste. This is really going to elevate the taste of our chicken stock. And to the last but not the least spice, your nutmeg powder. It is not compulsory at all, but I just like to add it for that, you know, nice aroma and flavor. Okay, so we're going to boil our chicken. Of course, we are cooking outside today as well, so we're going to start by boiling our chicken. And then did you guys notice that I didn't add water at first? You're going to leave this to just cook slowly in its own juice for about 10 minutes, okay, and then stir together before you now add your water. Your water, you guys, you're going to add your water and then leave your chicken to boil for about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on the type of chicken that you are using. If you are using those strong chicken, boil for a long time, okay? Now when the chicken is still boiling, let's blend our tomatoes. So you're going to get your fresh tomatoes from the market. Tell them to give you the red ones. It is very important. Make sure it is red. And then apart from that, you're also going to get some pepper. This is called the Scotch bonnet pepper, also known as Atarodo, okay? And then you're going to get your Cayenne pepper, the long one. This is called Shombo Bawa. And then this is the Tatashey, which is going to add a lot of color and then also thicken our sauce as well. Okay, so you're going to get this combination of pepper and tomato mix with some onions as well. So what I did was that I just thoroughly washed them and then I removed the seed from this Tatashey, especially. If not, your sauce is going to come out quite bitter, so you don't want that at all. So just remove the seeds from the Tatashey and also the cayenne pepper, and we have our onions as well. So we are going to blend. You guys, I'm so excited. You're going to blend this tomatoes and pepper in your blender. And you guys, did you guys notice that I'm cutting the tomatoes open because I don't want to add water to this tomato mix at all? So just cut your tomato open and then add it first before adding the pepper, because the blending is going to start from the under, right? So you want to just put your tomatoes in first. Now you're going to cover your blender and then leave this to blend. So this is what our blended tomatoes and pepper mix is looking like. So we're going to set this aside and we are going to check on our chicken. By now it should be ready. We've been boiling this now for about 20 minutes, okay? So our chicken is ready because I'm using the soft type of chicken. So we're going to just take it out one by one and we are going to separate the stock from the whatever particles that is inside the stock, okay? So you're going to get a strainer and then pour your stock, your chicken stock, through it, okay, to extract the pure filtered chicken stock that we're going to be using for our jollof rice very, very soon, okay? Guys, look at the chuku particles that came out from our chicken stock. You're going to just throw that away and then our stock, this is our real stock right now. We are now going to keep the stock and then use for later, okay? So now we have to fry our chicken. You're going to place your frying pan on medium heat, okay? You're going to add your vegetable oil, whatever oil you want to use, and you're going to drop a onion in as usual for that aroma and that flavor that it adds to whatever it is that you're trying to fry. Now you guys, when it's time to fry, don't let your oil to be too hot, because mine was, and when I started dropping the chicken in one by one, it was just splashing everywhere. I had to just run. Can you guys see the floor? Okay, so just be very careful when you're frying yours. Now this is our chicken. You're going to just flip over to fry the other side. Just fry till it is as dry as you want. I like my chicken to be very dry, like let it be very strong. I don't like soft chicken at all. So just fry this till you are satisfied and then take it off it. If this is your first time on this channel, you're welcome on board. My name is Tosin, and my goal is to help you to become a better home cook, especially if you're a young person. So if there's any recipe you'd love to see on this channel, any food content you'd like to see, just let me know in the comment section and we will do just that, okay? And to the other ingredients, you're going to be needing your tomato paste. I'm using about 3 to 2.5 cans of tomato paste. You can use any brand of tomato paste that you like, but just make sure what you're using is red and thick enough, especially if you want to make that very nice looking jollof rice. Okay, so apart from the tomato paste, you guys, there's this chicken stock powder that a lot of our caterers use when they're making smoky jollof rice, especially in bulk. If you can find it, just add this to your list of jollof rice ingredients. Now apart from that, this Maggi signature jollof is quite good. This Napa Jollof seasoning is also quite nice. A lot of our caterers use it for the taste and also for the color, for the bright red color. And of course we need some cooking margarine like Simmers. There are other brands as well, and your bay leaves. Okay, so now let's get straight into cooking. So you're going to place your pot on medium heat and you're going to add your oil, the same oil that you use in frying your chicken. It is very, very important, okay? Make sure you use that same oil. Now you're going to be adding some onions and you're going to be going in with the other ingredient. These are some sliced onions. And you guys, I'm sure somebody right now is already thinking, these spices, you did not boil the pepper. Why didn't you boil the pepper? We don't have to boil the pepper, okay? We are going to just go in with it and then make sure we fry the pepper mix till it is quite thick, okay? So when we get to that point, you guys will see. Now we are adding our tomato paste and we're going to fry this tomato paste in this oil till it is well fried. And I used about 2.5 can of this 210 medium size or small size tomato paste. You don't need to add too much, but just make sure you add enough to brighten the color of your jollof rice, okay? So now we have our tomato paste in. We are then going to just stir together, and then while we are stirring, okay, we are now going to go in with our spices, all of our seasoning, right? I like to just add everything at this point so that it can fry very well with the tomato paste, and this would also help to eliminate any sourness, any funny taste in the tomato paste, okay? So now we are going to add some salt, okay? I'm going to start with the salt, and then we'll go in with the seasoning powder. We'll have some curry, we'll have some thyme. Don't worry guys, as usual the full list of the ingredients will be in the caption, so just make sure you check the caption, no, not the caption, you guys, the description box. The description box. So just make sure you check the description box when you're done watching this video, okay? So right now we are going in with our curry powder, and we are also going in with our thyme powder as well, and then the other spices which are not so compulsory, okay? This Napa Jollof spice is just for that color. Can you guys see the bright red color I was talking about? It really has that that popping color to your jollof rice, so you might want to just add a little bit, okay? And then we're also going to go in with the Maggi signature jollof, also for the color. The taste is okay, but the color, so just feel free to add whatever spices that you want to add. And then we're also going to be adding a little bit of this powdered chicken stock, this Bonnet chicken stock. Well, it's also not compulsory, but you can just add a little if you can find it, okay? So you're going to just stir together and then stir, like mix together with the tomato paste before we now add our pepper mix. Our fresh pepper mix that we did not boil, because normally you're supposed to boil it. okay, but right now we don't have time to, and to me I don't really think it's compulsory. Okay, so just pour it in. I didn't use everything. Okay, I didn't use everything. I left some at some point, and then just make sure you stir together and then cover your pot and leave it to fry. So this is going to serve as a replacement for the boiling, that boiling process that we skip. Okay, so when you put it in, don't put your rice immediately. You're going to have to cover your pot and then leave this to fry properly. Now, while that is frying, we are going to wash our rice. This is about 10 to 15 cups of rice. I'm using the normal rice. Okay, this is not basmati at all. You're going to add some salt. I'm going to wash this thoroughly. No, you don't have to parboil your rice, because if you're not using a very good rice, your jollof rice will turn soggy. So there's no point. Just wash it thoroughly. As you can see, I added some salt, you add some water, and then just wash like 3 to 5 times until the water is clear. So just pour out the water, the starchy water, and then pour another water in the rice, and then continue washing. Repeat the same process till you are sure that your rice is looking clear and clean enough. You're going to now get a sieve, a basket. And you're going to just pour this inside it while we wait for our sauce to be well fried. So as you guys can see, our sauce is looking well fried already, and you can tell because there's oil floating on top. The oil is dancing happily on top. So just stir together, and you're going to pour in your washed rice at this point. You guys, if you can follow this step, your smoky jollof is going to come out really nice. So just pour it in and then mix together. The truth about jollof rice is that you don't need a lot of water to cook jollof rice. All you need is just a little bit of water and some steam. That is all you need. So instead of adding the water first and probably making a mistake later, just pour in the rice first and then add some water. That way you can control the amount of water that you're putting in. So just pour it in, stir together, make sure it is well coated. Make sure it is well coated before you add any other liquid, like any liquid. Can you now see why it is important for you to fry your sauce or either boil it before you pour the rice? Now we're going to go in with our chicken stock and some water as well. Okay, not too much water, just enough to cover the top of your rice at least. So after pouring the water, just make sure you stir together, because this is the last time you're going to be stirring this jollof rice. You will not stir it again. So you might also want to test your jollof rice at this point. Just taste it to be sure that the salt is okay, the seasoning is okay, if there's any other thing you need to add to it, because you will not stir this again. Now you're going to cover your pot and leave this to cook on medium to high heat while we prepare the garnishing we're going to be using for this jollof rice. So you need some fresh tomatoes, just cut into rings, cut into that round shape, and some onions as well. We're going to be adding this at the final part. You guys, final part. Some tomatoes, some onions, some butter will go in as well. So our garnishing is ready. We're going to set this aside and we're going to check on our jollof rice. We've been cooking that jollof rice now for about 15 minutes by now. The aroma of this jollof should have filled up everywhere, and you guys, oh my god, I forgot the bay leaf. I should have added it since. So but anyway, let's see, add it now. So when you notice that it's looking as if your rice is starting to burn from the underneath and there's still water on top, what you have to do is that don't stir the rice. Okay, just use your spatula, your wooden spoon, preferably a wooden spoon, to just lift up the sides of the rice. This way the water is going to go down, the water on top will go down, and then start cooking from the under. Okay, it is still burn anyway, because jollof rice has to burn. It's that burnness that will give you that authentic jollof taste that we all love. Also, even if your rice is still strong at this point, don't add water. Okay, just leave it. The steam will soften the rice later. Just cover this and leave this to cook for another maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and this is what you are going to have. My rice is not entirely soft, it's still a little bit strong, so you're going to just lift it up and then just lift the sides, the edges up, and then you're going to add your tomatoes and your onions at this point. These spices, do I have to add this in? Yes. So if you want your jollof rice to come out looking very authentic and nice and and sweet and smoky, you have to add in this tomatoes and pepper and some butter as well, some margarine, some cooking margarine as well. It's going to add a lot of flavor and of course add a lot of shine to your jollof as well. So now you're going to get a foil paper. Now we're going to use steam to cook this rice. So you get a foil paper. The foil paper will help trap the heat in the pot. Remember, jollof does not need plenty water. It's just small water and then steam. So this foil paper will conserve the heat in the pot and then trap it in, and then use the steam to cook the rice, if it's making sense. You're going to cover your pot and then leave this to cook for an extra 10 minutes, and then this is what you have. You are now going to just, at this point, you can stir your jollof rice. Okay, just stir together, and then you cover again with the foil and leave it to cook for an extra 5 minutes. Okay. Guys, you see this recipe, if you follow it step by step, you're going to come out with the best looking, most delicious party jollof with that aroma, that unique aroma that we love. You're going to come out with it. Okay, so just make sure you follow the recipe steps and the ingredients. You can either double, you can reduce the ingredient depending on how you like, and you don't have to make this outdoor. You can also make this in your house. Okay. And you guys, today's shout out is going out to Timileyin. Thank you so much for dropping your comments in our previous recipe video. You guys, if you want to be featured in our next video, just drop a comment under this post and I'll give you a shout out in our next video. So I hope you guys found this video very helpful. I hope it was well detailed enough. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'll be so glad to answer you. Also check the description box for the full list of the ingredients with the measurement as well. Okay, and if there's any recipe you like us to create, just let me know in the comment section as well. And you guys, this is the bottom part of the jollof rice. This is my favorite part. Who else is with me? How to make your jollof rice from the scratch. I hope you guys find this video very helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.